Oh man. Go. Testing, 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 testing. Can you hear me? I got you. Yep. I don't know. Right. Well, it is hot here. I have no idea. I ain't heard it, but I haven't paid attention. I've been ripping and running, running and ripping. Feel me out? All right, Doc, let's get started. Right. So right now we're about to show you the origin of the white man. Right. Give me Genesis 25 and start at 22. Right, because look in the Bible, German is not in the Bible, British is not in the Bible, uh, uh, East Indian is not in the Bible, Chinese is not in the Bible, Japanese is not in the Bible, but most of all, Black, Hispanic, and Native American is not in the Bible, right? So, what are the true nationalities of everybody that's here? What does the Bible call them, right? The Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are the Israelites that the Bible speak of, right? And the white man is Esau. Him and all his descendants, they're Esau's, they're Edomites, and we're gonna prove that to you. Because he's not really white, just like a black man's not really black, right? He's not really white, and a black man is not really black. I'm a black man, but my skin, my tone's not the same as Ayala Wan's shirt, right? So there's no such thing as a black man. There's no such thing as a white man, right? He's really red. That's what he is. He's really red. That's what we call him down south with rednecks. But does the Bible say that? Go ahead, Doc. The children did what? So the children, so the children are struggling inside of her. She's pregnant with twins. She got twins, and they're in there just wrestling and fighting about. They're struggling. So we even struggled in the womb, right? With this oppressor, the oppressor and Black, Hispanics, Native Americans. We were struggling in the womb, right? Keep going. Right. If it's supposed to be a blessing from God, why does it hurt so much? What is going on? Why are they struggling and fighting? Keep going. So she did what? Wait, wait. What did she do? She did what? Oh man, so she didn't go to no. She didn't go to no to no. She didn't go to no. To no to no psychic voodoo priestess woman, right? She didn't go to nobody like that. She went to inquire of the Lord, right? What was going on? She wanted to get some answers, some real answers, not no lies. You feel me? And not no lies and wishes and hopes. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. To what? No, go back to what? Two nations are in thy womb, right? What are nations? Does anybody know what nations are? What about you, Ayala One? You know what nations are? Um, I'll say more like the second one, like nationalities. Two different nationalities are in her womb, right? Two different nations, two different nationalities, right? So there's the white man in her womb, and there's blacks, there's Israelites in her womb. Keep going. Wait. Now, two manner of people should do what? They should be separated from thy bowels. So they're not all hanging together. There's not one big kumbaya. It's not a big melting pot like America. They said two nationalities are in her womb, and they should be separated by her bowels. All right, keep going on. Oh, and one people are stronger than the other people, physically, mentally, spiritually, right? They're gonna be stronger than one people. We already know who that's the Israelites. That's Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, right? You are stronger than every other nation on this planet, physically, mentally, and spiritually, right? Right. I give you an example, right? What would sports world be without Black and Native Americans? A boring ass sports world. It would be boring. Now, what would now and being mentally strong, right? The coronavirus vaccine that was made by a Black woman, a Black scientist, right? What about all the inventions that the so-called white man stole from all the slaves, right? The only thing that the white man invented was the patent office. I know y'all heard that before, right? And spiritually, right? That's why they can't hold us down. If any other nation went through what Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans went through, man, they'll be kaput. They'll be out of there. But not Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Why? Because we're different spiritually. We have a power. We have we have that has our back, right? I know they look at us now like we're the bottom of the totem pole. We're on drugs. We don't go to school. We gang banging. We doing this. We doing that. Right? We on drugs. Right? I know they look at us now, but Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, your time is coming. Right? Your time is coming, Black man. Don't worry. Now keep going. It's like y'all start. The what? Oh man, well keep reading. Let's see who comes out first. Keep reading. See who come out first, who comes out second. Uh-huh. Her keep read that over again. So the Lord was what we was reading before. The Lord was giving her a prophecy, something that was gonna happen, right? And then it says, and then when the days of her to be delivered was fulfilled. So when she actually had the babies, there were what? And this is before a sonogram, man. This is before anybody can go and put the little gel on your tummy and feel what a heartbeat is and all that. You having a boy and you having a girl. This is before that. This is before all that. So what the Lord told her was correct. What the Lord is not a liar. Whatever the Lord says is going to happen, it happens. Just like they said it. Keep going. So there was twins in her womb, right? Go ahead. And the first came out what? They came out what? Speak louder. I don't know if everybody else can hear you, but I can barely hear you. And the first came out all over like a hairy garment. This is the Zondervan Bible Compact Dictionary, right? I'm going to read a definition of red. It says, yeah, that's perfect. It says red, The color of the human skin, right? It says the color of sin. It's the color of the human skin, right? Who on this planet has red skin, right? And then it says the color of sin, right? So who is the man of sin, and who has red skin on this planet? What do we call, because white, there are different shades of red, different shades of pink, right? And a derivative of red. Pink is almost red, right? So it says the color of the human skin. Who has red skin? Who what do we call, the so-called white men down south? Rednecks, right? Right. When the white man goes into the, when the white man holds his breath, right? What color does he turn? Right. If you smack a white man on his back, hairy, nasty, filthy back, right? What color does that? What does your handprint turn? I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. It turns red, right? When the white man is on the beach all day, what color does the skin turn? And it peels. So who is it, man? Now let's get back to the scripture. Go ahead, Art. Like a hairy garment, right? Now, when you think of hairy, right? Who, you see those Gillette commercials, those Gillette razors and all that? Who's that for? Who grows hair all over? Right, right. Right. Who grows hair all over their body like monkeys and chimpanzees, man? Right. They used to call you a monkey, black man, but really they're the monkey. They look like the monkey. Really, they look like Bubbles. Oh, hairy, filthy beast. Right. So who's that red man? Start at 25 again. Right. Keep going. What they call his name? Esau. Okay. Keep going. Uh, right. Keep going. His name is called what? And Jacob is the progenitor of the Israelites, man. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, and Israel had 12 sons. Right. But I got a question for y'all. Why did why did the Bible describe Esau, but he didn't describe Jacob? Because I'll give you the answer. Because Esau, right? Because Esau didn't look like anybody else. Everybody else on the planet had color. There wasn't nobody out here red and hairy, but Esau came out red and hairy, looking like evil. Looking evil. Right, right. Looking like the man of sin, looking like sin. That's what Esau that's what Esau came out looking like. Right? And then Jacob came on grabbing his heel. But go back up to verse 23 and started the last after the last semicolon. Verse 23 after the last semicolon. The elder should serve the younger. So Esau's supposed to be serving Jacob, right? The blacks, the so-called white man is supposed to be serving you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But it's flipped. It's flipped. But it's only for a time period. It's only for the time, right? Go down, give me, everybody understand that? So now give me Genesis 36 and 8. Uh-huh. And where? So Esau dwelt in Mount Seir. Keep going. So Esau is Edom. Esau is keep going. This is going to explain it. You're right. The what? He's the what? So Esau is the father of the Edomites. So remember they became a nation. So Jacob became Israel, and Israel had 12 sons, and that became the 12 tribes of Israel. That's one nation. That's you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And then Esau became became the father of Edom. That's another nation. So who are the Edomites? Who are the Edomites? It's the men of sin, the red people. Would be the so-called white man. That's why we call him so-called white man, because he's really red, but he's an Edomite, right? Um, give me. Let's go in reverse order. Give me Obadiah 1-1. 1-1. Started go and give me 1-1 first. Okay. Concerning who? Concerning Edom, Esau, and all of his descendants, the Edomites. Is that it on verse 1? Go ahead. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right. So arise you, uh um um arise you, Edom, right? White so-called white men, and let us rise against you in battle. Is that it on verse 1? Jump down to verse 8. Uh-huh. Right. He's gonna do what? He's gonna destroy the wise men out of Edom. Right. And it says, I shall not in that day, right? So it's not talking about then, it's talking about another time. Destroy the wise men out of Edom. Give me some wise white men, so-called wise white men, right? Like Alex Jones. Is that his name? Hey, that his name's a conspiracy theorist dude. Alex, go ahead, go ahead. I feel it. Alexander, what's his name? Newton. Yeah, Isaac Newton. There. Yeah. Leo. Michelangelo. Go ahead. Right. Right. It was a lot. It's been a, it's been a laughing stock. It was a laughing stock when George W. Bush was in there. That's because the true priests and prophets were back in the earth. That's because the true priests and prophets were back in the earth in 69. So they've been on a decline since 1969. You know what I mean? Because the priests and prophets have been here, and they've been exposing this devil every chance we get. And at the same time, we're raising up. At the same time, we're raising up the 12 tribes of Israel again, so we can get our king. At the same time, and the more brothers and more sisters that come in, right? The more that the quicker Christ gonna come. Like Officer Dawood said the other day in class, we have to bring our, We can't just sit back and wait on the king or take me to the king. We trying to bring the king. We're trying to bring the kingdom, right? Keep going on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It says what? All right. Right, right. Keep going, keep going. Out the understanding out of the mouth of Esau, right? Because he's going to destroy that too. All these false philosophies here, and all this a man can marry a man, and a woman can marry a woman, and pork is the other. What's it called? Pork is the other white meat, and shrimp, crab, and lobster is a delicacy, and alligator is a delicacy, and all of these other false philosophies like the Christianity, all that understanding, he's going to wipe that out. He's going to destroy that. We're destroying it now, but when Christ comes, none of that is coming into the kingdom. None of that is coming into the kingdom. So he's gonna destroy all that understanding. Nobody's gonna understand that. If you can understand that, all that legal marijuana, all that's gonna be gone. All that going to be gone. So if you need the marijuana now, you need to smoke marijuana to wake up and do that. Well, when Christ come in, ain't no marijuana going into the kingdom. You're not going to be smoking marijuana in the kingdom. You're not going to be doing homosexual activities in the kingdom, right? Black woman, you ain't going to be calling the police on your man in the kingdom. It's not going to happen. All of these philosophies here in America that we picked up here in America, that we learned here in America, is not coming into the kingdom. Go ahead. Oh, Teeman. That's Teeman. Uh-huh. Keep read that part over again. It says everyone of the mountain of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter, not by hugs, not by kisses, not by little rainbows and bunny rabbits that lay eggs. It's gonna be cut off by slaughter. By slaughter. Keep going, Art. For what? No, no. For the what? For the what? Ah, okay. Is it a delay? My bad. But it says for the violence, for all the murderers that you did, right? For all the murdering that you did, for Tamir Rice, right? For Eric Gardner, right, right. For Eric Gardner, right? For Freddie, right? For Freddie Gray, right? For Sandra Bland, sisters too, right? For for Philando Castillo, for Botham Jean. The Lord is going to destroy these people before because of the violence to their brother Jacob, to their because of violence that they've shown, for the violence that they've shown to the Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, to their brothers, right? To their brothers. The Lord told us not to harm you. The Lord told us not to do not to do any not abominable to you, not to do any harm to you, not to hurt you, right? But for some reason, they just want to hurt us. For some reason, they just want to hurt us and murder us and kill us and oppress us, right? Well, their day is coming. Huh? You got those. You got those. You got articles ready for me? Oh, it is. Yeah, I can hear you. Give me the give me the concentration camps. All right? Give me the concentration camps. Because people, no, no, the other concentration camps, the history of it. Mm-hmm. Of what? Um, give me. It has got a definition right there, right? It says what? Hold, hold on, hold on, Knock. Go back up to before that, right after the title. Once again, concentration camps are on U.S. soil. Are back on U.S. soil once again. How are they back on the back on U.S. soil? But keep going. We're gonna answer it. We're gonna answer that. We're gonna answer that. We're gonna answer that later. Keep now. Let's read the definition. Let's keep going. Uh huh. Of what? You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Don't you get persecuted all the time? For nothing? Keep going on. With inadequate facilities. That sounds like the ghetto. That sounds like the barrio. That sounds like a reservation. Keep going. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like those holding houses for the children of Issachar, for my Mexican brothers and sisters on the border. That's what that sound like. Them cages that they put them kids in. Keep going on. Man, that sounds like prison to me. So we got the ghettos, the barrios, and the reservations, right? We got the holding cells down there at the border with the Mexican brothers and sisters, and now we got prisons. All of those can be considered concentration camps, and all of those is where my people at. All of those are where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are, because we fill the prison systems up. Keep going on, or right. Keep going. Mm-hmm. They're doing what? They're dying. They're being brutalized. They're being beaten. That's what's going on. That's what's happening down there in those concentration camps on the border. That's what's happening down there. The crimes of Esau, of the white man. That's what's happening. Keep going, Art. Keep going, Art. Right. Keep going though. Keep going. They were saying that they were saying that Shalom Hebrew, you all right? Um so what he was saying was that that we used them once before the first time with Japan, right? And after World War II. But that's a lie. That's a sneaky trick by the devil to not hold on. Hold on. They said nobody can hear you. You can still hear me on the call? Yeah, I can still hear you on the call too. That's not going. Here, just read it out. Oh, they're not able to hear me? They can hear you now. Wait. Let me get back in here. Hold on. Get back in later. Back in. Alright. Alright, just let me know. Alright, so I'm gonna back out. But I'm not to be heard in the class at the moment, right? Of course you are. You on speaker, right? Oh, okay. No, that'll work. Give me that's what's up. Hey, give me a one in the chat if you can hear the brother read the article. Yeah, I just want to make sure we had a good clean audio, you know what I'm saying? Wait, but that kind of worked easier too, you know what I mean? I'm trying to tell you. As long as it's a clean signal, you know, if it's not too crazy. Let me see, I can find it on here. It's on YouTube as well, right? Yeah. Does it sound all right? You there yet? Testing. I just pull it up right now. Go ahead and let me know. Hold on. Let me see if I can hear myself. All right, testing 1, 2. Oh yeah. No, that's clean. That's clean. It's just okay. No, that'll work. All right, well, go ahead. Let's pick it back up. All right, sir. All right. So with that, so long as that actually helps me out too, because I don't have to deal with the echo. All right, let's talk. All right, so going back to the article. All right. We had the first example. Yeah, we had the 12 tiers. So the white man tried to play a trick on us, tried to tell us that the first time concentration camps was used during World War II with the Japanese, right? No, the first time they were used was against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, against the children of Israel was the first time concentration camps were used. Not in Germany, in America, right? It was the first time concentration camps were used. Go ahead and read the Trail of Tears, Doc. So the Trail of Tears, half a century before President Andrew Jackson signed the Indian Removal Act law in 1830. Right. It said a half a century before President Andrew Jackson? Right. Okay. It's a half a century. A young Virginia governor named Thomas Jefferson embraced genocide and ethnic cleansing as solutions to what would later be called the Indian problem. The Indian, what did they call it? The Indian problem. They called it an Indian problem. How was that an Indian problem? How is it a Native American problem? the so-called white man coming over here and trying to conquer the Native Americans, the so-called Native Americans, that was the problem. This I'm gonna have to read it myself. They can't hear.
Say what? Slocky.
They said they can't hear you. I'm gonna have to read it myself.
Okay, Slocky. No, am I still on speaker?
Yeah, you still on speaker.
Bluetooth enabled.
Damn, man.
All right, my bad. Were you using your phone on your phone mic, or was it coming out the Bluetooth speaker?
Now it's coming out the Bluetooth speaker.
Oh, now I understand. Okay, Con.
Is that better?
Hold on, let me just check. Let me know if they're able to hear me now. Okay. I have to get you a different speaker. That speaker never stays on, man. It turns off real quick.
Well, I got it to the charger. You good?
Okay. Everything good now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So what? All right. It says in 1780, Jefferson wrote that if we are to wage the campaign against these Indians, the end proposed should be their extermination.
It should be their what?
Their extermination.
So it should be their extermination, right? Keep going, Art.
Their removal. Mm-hmm.
They're trying to exterminate the so-called Native Americans. That's what they're trying to do, but they're trying to do it sneaky, and they're trying to do it in a sneaky way. Keep going.
Or their removal beyond the length of the Illinois River.
So they're trying to take them away from where they've been at their whole life. They've been there their whole life, and their descendants were there. Now they're trying to move them away from that. Keep going.
Says, however, it wasn't until Jackson that immigration depots were introduced as an integral part of official U.S. Indian removal policy.
Right. So then they started to make it policy. They started to make it a part of the policy of America to remove Native Americans from off their land. Mm-hmm. Keep going, Art.
Tens of thousands of Cherokee, Muskogee, Seminole, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Ponca, Winnebago, and other indigenous peoples were forced from their homes at gunpoint and marched to prison camps in Alabama, Tennessee.
Go back to from their homes.
It says other indigenous peoples were forced from their homes at gunpoint.
They were forced from their home at gunpoint.
Mm-hmm.
They were forced from their home at gunpoint. Boom. They had guns, right? And then they were forced homes at gunpoint. Where were they going? Where were they trying to take them out?
They marched to prison camps in Alabama and Tennessee. So basically in Alabama and Tennessee,
right,
where they have them concentration camps.
Right. Everybody's texting me right now about something. Go ahead.
The overcrowding and the lack of sanitation led to outbreaks of measles, cholera, whooping cough, dysentery, and typhus.
Right. So they started housing these people. They started housing these so-called Native Americans, right? My brothers. They started housing them in concentration camps, right? Where disease started breaking out. Right? Why was disease breaking out? Because we are clean people, but I'm pretty sure that they wasn't letting the brothers and sisters and go and take baths, go and take showers. I'm pretty sure they wasn't keeping things clean, right? They just took them off their land, away from everything that they known, and put them in a camp and told them to stay here and live here and do this here. So how are they supposed to live free and go do this and go do that when they just took them away from their home? Right? Keep going.
While insufficient food and along with the exposure to the elements caused tremendous death and suffering.
So they didn't have enough food. They didn't have no way to go get water, right? And caused tremendous death and suffering. Tremendous death and suffering, right? Because because they couldn't do anything, right? Go ahead. And it says exposure to the elements, so they didn't have any shelter. They didn't have any shelter. I'm pretty sure they had shelter where they was living at, but then when they got there, they probably told them they couldn't hunt, they couldn't do anything that they used to do, like as they were being as when they were free people. Right. Go ahead.
Thousands of men, women, and died of cold, hunger, and illness.
How many?
Camps.
How many are?
Thousands.
Thousands. Yeah, they said thousands of men, women, and children died of cold, hunger, and illness in camps. Keep going, Art. Those damn devils. Keep going.
During death marches, including the infamous Trail of Tears of hundreds and sometimes even 1,000 miles.
How many miles?
1,000 miles.
It says hundreds, sometimes even 1,000 miles. Right. That's what the Trail of Tears was. They walked that far. They made them walk that far. Right, to these concentration camps just so they can give them inadequate water, inadequate food, no shelter, and no way to so they can clean themselves. And then they didn't give them shelter. Keep going, Art.
This genocidal relocation was pursued, Jackson explained, as the benevolent policy of the U.S. government.
Keep going.
And because Native Americans have neither, quote unquote, neither the intelligence, the industry, the moral habits, nor the desire of improvement.
So they said we didn't have the intelligence when we were living fine without them, right? Then they said they didn't that they didn't have industry, right? That they weren't able to produce things. Shit, we produce soap. That's something the white men didn't have. The white men didn't have soap and toothpaste and things to you know what I mean? Because they said we had breath sweeteners. Right, that's something the white man didn't have. That's why the white man had rotten teeth. That's why what's his name? George Washington was taking slaves' teeth and making dentures out of them. You dig?
That's gross.
That is gross, but that's the kind of things they were doing. You know what I mean? Back then. And it says the moral habits nor the desire of improvement. That's a lie, right? Because we got the greatest moral standards on the planet. We have the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. They didn't have the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. They didn't have no morality. That's why their men was raping our women and our men in some instances. Talking about buck breaking. All right. So that's talking about a moral standard. The white man has no moral standard. Where did homosexuality start? With them. Right? Where did the child pedophilia start? With them. Where does all the murdering start? With them. Where does all the thievery start? They lock you up, black man, because you steal some food. They stole a whole country. They stole a whole landmass in North, Central, and South America. They stole a whole landmass, but they lock you up for stealing some food, trying to feed your family. That's why they're the devil, man. But that's the crimes of that's some crimes of Esau. And then they have more about it. They got the long walk, right? They got contraband. They had different concentration camps all over the country that they were sending Native Americans to. Now they probably call them relations. Go ahead and give me the one about the give me the one about the school, the scalping of Native Americans.
I got it right here. This was an article written by Indian Country Today, 2018. Right, it says scalping in America. And it continues. scalping in America was used as a way to eradicate the indigenous peoples of this country.
Say that one more
Bounties
time.
were paid for. It says scalping in America was used as a way to eradicate the indigenous peoples of this country.
Uh-huh.
Bounties were paid for Indian scalps, but where again?
Jump down to where it says give me jump down to where it says scalping in England.
One sec. Let's find out right quick.
It's like the next after the next two paragraphs.
Like, hold on. Does it have a title to it? Or does it, okay, I see what you say. Scalping in England, right?
Yep.
Okay, I got you. It says scalping in England preceded the settlement of North America by at least 4 centuries.
Right.
The Earl of Wessex, Harold Godwin, scalped his enemies as early as the 11th century, bringing the scalps back from battle to prove they were dead.
Now, keep going.
Governor Charles Lawrence of Canada issued a resolution calling for scalping in 1756 against the Micmac and other Indians. His proclamation said, "And we do hereby promise, by and with the consent of His Majesty's Council, a reward of 30 pounds for every live male Indian prisoner above the age of 16 years brought in alive, or for a scalp of such male Indian, 25 pounds."
Man, so they was so what they was talking about scalping Indians, taking the scalp of Indian heads. They told them that we give you 30 pounds for somebody over the age of 16, and for somebody under the age of 16, we give you 25. Right, keep going.
It says, and 25 pounds for every Indian woman or child brought in alive.
Right, and then they give you 25 pounds for every woman or child, Indian woman or child brought in alive, right? Because they wanted them to work. They were probably going to rape the sisters. They was probably going to rape the sisters and make the sisters work and raise the kids up to work and be a slave. That's what they was going to do. That's what they would.
Like, if I could.
Go ahead, Art.
You know, that's crazy because now that you mentioned it, you know, this happened in Canada, right?
Yep.
And in Canada, you got a lot of Native American folks that are there, but the bad thing about that is they're mixed in with white folks. Like, they got some grandma that's Native American. Most of the time, it has nothing to do with a father or male counterpart, because they specifically keep women for the sake of the genetic benefits of having kids with that, without allowing the men to continue their seed. You see how demonic that is? Like, that is literally attacking the bloodline of the children of Israel. And that is a crime that Esau has committed against his brother Jacob. And that's something that's unforgivable. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Oh, there goes some more crime. There you go, brother. There you go.
That's crazy, because it's like he's trying to destroy us from the face of the earth, but in a way where he could still have women that look like us and stuff like that, but want to kill the men off, or have kids like, because you said it said children too, so I'm assuming they were probably young boys there that they wanted to try to groom to be some kind of a house Negro version of a Native American Indian. And then for the women's side of things, they wanted them to be bed wenches and stuff like that, maids and other things that they just wanted to because of their lust for our women. You know what I'm saying? And that's nothing, because it's like what are the women going to do? They can't fight back. It was not our people's culture to have our women fight against them, so they end up getting indoctrinated by them. And that was just going to show just how demonic and how calculated that Esau was against us in his warfare, in their whole manifest destiny destiny phase of America.
Damn right, Doc. Like what the Bible say, they have taken crafty counsel.
Yeah.
They got think tanks, Doc. They got think tanks on trying to how to destroy blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They have whole think tanks about. They have a whole group that think about how they can destroy blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. How they can make us, how they can keep us in sin, or how they can make us sin against our God, or how they can make us fight, how they can make us not the brotherhood type. Keep going, Art.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to tell you. Keep going, Art.
So it says such rewards to be paid by the officer commanding at any of His Majesty's forts in this province, immediately upon receiving the prisoners or scalps above mentioned, according to the intent and meaning of this proclamation.
Right.
This proclamation is still on the book. Motion in 2008 did not pass.
It did what? Says to wait. Start back up at that paragraph, Art.
This information is still in books.
It said it's still wait. It said it's still in the books about scalping Native Americans. That's still in the books. That's still law. So they saying if you scalp a Native American right now and probably take it somewhere that you can probably get money for it. That's what they saying. And then keep reading out.
Bro, so I can't read ahead. I'm about to get pissed. Okay,
I know. I've been ready. Keep going.
It says a motion in 2008 to reverse it did not pass. However,
it didn't pass.
The Canadian government said.
Hold on. In 2008, they tried to reverse it. Right? They took it to the Supreme Court, and all that, and tried to reverse that verdict of being able to scalp Native Americans, right? And they said it did not pass. Even in 2008, right? So many years of Martin Luther King, everybody want to praise Martin Luther King, right? It's still showing the racism of America. That did not pass. It's just like you being 3/5 of a man in the Constitution of America, because that's still there. That's what I'm saying. All right, keep going. All right.
However, the Canadian government says it is not in effect.
Mm-hmm. The devil.
Anna Dustin.
You see how they try to double talk you. You see how they try to tell you the proclamation is still on the books, and then when y'all want to change it, we didn't change it, but it's not in effect. You see how they try to double talk to you, so that means one day it's gonna be back in effect. Keep going.
Right, I was about to say, like in case them natives try to rise up and take their land back.
We're gonna go back to scoping their ass. That's what they talking about.
Right. How much is 30 pounds back then now? And I don't know, U.S. dollars. I wonder.
I don't know, but if you keep reading, it's finna get more. They finna get more money. They've been just like getting like $200 a head.
All right. So continuing, it says Hannah Dustin, the first woman in the United States honored with a statue, was honored for scalping Indians.
What was she honored for?
She was honored for scalping.
That's like Davy Crockett, man. They always wanna honor their killers, man. Everybody that's a good killer or a good murderer, they'll put them in office, like they did Andrew Jackson, right? Or what's his name? Is it Teddy Roosevelt, the Rough Rider? You know, he killed hundreds of Native Americans. Him and his Rough Rider crew, and then they put that man in office. Put that man as president, because they love glorifying killers. They love glorifying murderers, man. Keep going.
The statue shows her holding Indian scalps in her left hand.
What does this?
It can be seen.
Read that part again. Read it loud. Read it nice.
The statue shows her holding Indian scalps in her left hand.
Goddamn devil. Devil. So they're gonna make a statue about that art. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna make a statue about them. They're gonna make a statue about them. about her scalping Indians. They made a statue about it. They love that racism so much. Keep going on. How can anybody be fooled? Like, how can anybody be fooled by them saying that everybody's that all men were created equal? How can it be fooled?
Yeah.
How can anybody be fooled about that when they make statues like this commemorating statues commemorating murder? And it's not like they killed one or two people or something like that. They were killing hundreds and thousands of Native Americans like that. Keep going on.
Sir, it says statue shows her holding Indian in her left hand and can be seen in Boscawen, New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm. Where New Hampshire, where white people dwell. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans don't live in New Hampshire. Right? I don't even know what. I don't.
Why?
Yeah, you feel me? I don't even know what city is in New Hampshire. Like, keep going, Art.
The Dutch governor of Manhattan, William Keith, offered the first bounty in North America for Indian scalps in 1641. Only 21 years after the Puritans landed at Plymouth Rock.
It only took 21 years for them to turn on the Native Americans. That's it? Only 21 years? Keep going.
Mm-hmm. The Massachusetts Bay Colony first offered $60 per Indian scalp in 1703.
In 1703? $60 in 1703? $60 40 years ago, 50 years ago was a lot. So $60 in 1703? All right. They was getting rich. You killed what? 1, 2, 3, 4. You 4 Native Americans, scalp 4 Native Americans. That's what, 120, 180.
You're talking about 1703.
Yeah, that's
like to give you some.
That's $240, bro. That's $240, all right. $240 for killing 4 Native Americans. You get $240. That's more than that's probably more than what brothers made all month back then.
You may, if I could,
go ahead.
When you go to like say like a burger joint and get a meal, it might take you anywhere between $5 to $10, right?
Right.
My grandfather told me that back in the day when he was young, and this is like the 1940s, you know, around that time, 1930, that a burger was like 5 cents. And that was in 1940. So imagine how much a penny was in 1703.
Right, man.
Like that was literally your ticket, your meal ticket. Like, that'll pay for a whole new whatever back then. Like, come on now.
You see how the white man's the devil? You see how he's the devil? You see how he's the devil?
The incentive, right?
Yeah, give you that incentive. Like, why not? That all that money, right?
Dang, that's crazy. I've never seen the movies The Purge, but it makes me think, you know what? That was like a legalized purge that was permanent.
Right. That
you got money for. Man.
Right. I know. And they like it that money, and for that money, brothers will stop sharecropping, or people will stop sharecropping to go hunt Indians. I'm pretty sure about it.
Bruh.
I'm pretty sure about it. They'll stop sharecropping and go hunt Indians because it's like $60 a head. That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money, man.
Mm-hmm.
That is a lot of money.
That's crazy.
Especially in 1703. Keep going.
So the French introduced scalping to Indians. The governors of the colony instituted scalping as a way for one Indian tribe to help them eliminate another tribe.
You see how they try to play those games? Those put the brother against the brother against the brother.
Yep.
I'm trying to tell you that's just like letting the so-called Native Americans own slaves, and then when they go fight the Native Americans, the white men go fight Native Americans, they employ the slaves to go help fight. That's so they can keep that infighting between us because how do you win a war? You divide and conquer. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. say, like, by definition, that's making a deal with the devil. If you was a Native American that agreed to that type of contract or that kind, assassinating another tribe, that right there was making a deal with the devil, literally. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Right.
crazy.
That's divided. That's the divide and conquer technique right there. Because if we're not together, we're divided. And if we're divided,
Right.
we don't have as much strength as we had. We were together and have so perfect brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. That's that divide and conquer technique. Keep going, Art.
Sir, it says the governors of the colonies instituted scalping as a way for one Indian tribe to help them eliminate another tribe, and to have colonists eliminate the Indians if possible.
Right. And have so everybody. What do you say? So Indians killing Indians, white people killing Indians. Where does it stop? Everybody killing Indians. That's how I go. Everybody's killing the native tribes. Everybody's killing his blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? Keep going.
It says Benjamin Madley wrote in 2015, policymakers offer bounties for Native American heads or scalps in at least 23 states of their colonial, territorial, or Mexican antecedents.
Yeah. So they was doing it in Mexico too. They did that in Mexico too, because Mexico was conquered by the Spanish. So then that's more white people, and then what they would do, they would have those Spanish ones that came over here and tried to set up shop and live over here. They would go hunt the native so-called Mexicans. That's what they would do. There's more on that, but I want to get to these scriptures. So we're done with that. We're done with that. That showing the white man the devil right there. I'm trying to tell you. Now give me let's go back to the scriptures. Let me get John 8:44 out.
Come. John chapter 8, verse 44.
Right.
Ye are of your father the devil.
Right.
And the lust of your father ye will do.
Right. Talking about the white man, right? Keep going.
Right. He was a murderer from the beginning.
Yep. So the white man was a murderer from the beginning. He was a murderer from the beginning. He was in this when the so-called white man was in the spirit was Cain, and the spirit of Cain, when he died, he was reborn as Esau. He was a murderer from the beginning. From Genesis. He was a murderer. Not a killer, a murderer. Go ahead.
And abode not in the truth.
Right. He didn't abide in no laws, especially not God's laws, but he didn't abide in no laws. Keep going.
Because there is no truth in him.
There is no law in him. The white man feels like he can do whatever he wants to do. That's why he breaks his own laws. The white man breaks his own laws. He wants you to keep his laws, but he breaks his own laws. Keep going, all right?
When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own.
You know what's a lie? You know what's a lie? They said that that they won America in a war. What war? What war? You made peace treaties we made over 500 peace treaties with the Native Americans and broke over 500 treaties. Every single one of those treaties they broke. What war? You didn't do nothing but lie.
If I could.
Go ahead, Art.
And I got some fire information to bring out in some of the books that I've been reading lately, a book from the 1500s, where it says that when these folks came over here to the Americas, they were getting whooped by the Native Americans. Every time they tried to settle, every time they tried to negotiate or come into contact with the Native Americans, they were ended up leaving with the tail between their legs, basically getting back in their boats, and the Native Americans were even chasing them back to their boats and killing some of them. And so they knew that they couldn't win forcibly over us with the numbers that they were coming over on boats with. They had to be real slick until they felt that their numbers were big enough to then trick us into thinking that we were friends with them. And then that, quote unquote, took their land, took the land from us. So when you see a lot of, you see that same exact spirit in white folks today that have that Trumpy mentality of whenever they see somebody they don't like, they're like, get out of our country, get out of here, we don't want you here. Like, it's that same mentality. They think, in their mind, they think that they won this country fair and square. They think that they have honorable ancestors that fought valiantly to try to take our land from us. And that's not true. The truth is they got warped by us. And then the only way that they were able to win was by cheating.
Damn right. Damn right. Because he's a cheater. He's a liar. Like It says when he speaketh a lie. Like a liar. He's a lie.
Right.
And then I shared a video on my Facebook. It was a white guy. He was out there with a Black Lives Matter sign, right? You know, and and all
I've seen that, yeah.
And all the white people were angry. They were angry. All lives matter. All lives matter, not just
that word.
Yeah, you feel me? All lives matter, not just black lives. What is wrong with you? He said, "What's wrong with you, man? You're a white guy."
Be on our side.
You think what I'm saying? They said all lives matter, but not all lives don't matter to them. All lives don't matter to them. They just want to they just want to say that because they hate somebody coming against them. That's what. So they just want to say that. They just want to say that because they want you to feel sorry for them. But don't feel sorry for them. They deserve everything that they're gonna get. Keep going on.
Concert. For he is a liar and the father of it.
He's the what?
Liar and the father of it.
In the household.
Passes it down from generation to generation.
Yeah, he protects it. He protects the household. So they're the protector of lies. You know what I'm talking about? Like that's why when they lie, they go to war about it. You know what I mean? They lied about they went to war with Saddam Hussein, right? In 9/11, saying he had weapons of mass destruction. Bombed in people for 24 hours.
Like if I could, I just want to. This is so heavy because you could really go into detail on this because every aspect of his kingdom is just like that. It's no different. When you look at Wall Street, all he does is lie and cheat in Wall Street. He's not winning fair and square. He's using all these manipulative tactics to try to cheat the system so that he wins, right? That's what's going on with the stock market right now. People are starting to realize all they bullshit of those that are in power that rule those things. What's another good example? Oh, heck, it could be in sports. They always try to hype up the white boxer, the white basketball player like Luka Doncic. They gave that for a 94 I.S.U.P.K rating, which is bull.
Right.
That dude is not that good.
This nigga's
then it will give Westbrook at 85. Like Salaki for going on top of it. I'm just saying, all he do is lie.
Yeah,
everything, man.
Hey, but you're going off topic, but you're totally on topic though, because they are liars. Just like the other day when what was his name, Jake Paul and Tyrone Woodley fight.
Come on.
Just because Tyrone Woodley didn't knock him out, they had a split decision and they gave it to Jake Paul. Jake Paul did not win that fight. Is that simple?
I didn't see it.
I just seen highlights. No Jake Paul highlights. That's what I'm saying. All the highlights was Tyrone Woodley's highlights, but they still gave it to Jake Paul because they want to see they want to see it's the great white hype. They want to see a white man. They want to see a white man triumph over a black man in a sport, in something, and they can't do it. They can't do it because we have the vibe of the Most High, man. You know what I mean? Like you can't hold down a Black, Hispanic, and Native American, and you damn sure can't hold down a Black, Hispanic, and Native American that's in the truth, that got the spirit of the Lord. That's
If I could.
That's why they always want to murder us and kill us, because they want you to remember that you're a slave and don't try to step out of line. That's what they want to call it. Go ahead, Doc.
I just want to say I wanted to thank Commander Junior Hunter and the I.S.U.P.K for showing us this truth, because it allows us to see the world the way it really is. Most of our people are blinded by it. They're brainwashed into thinking that this is normal everyday life. But in fact, since we now can see exactly what they've been doing since the beginning, we can put two and two together, and we can find out that, hey, you know what? If they're wrong about that, they must be wrong about this, and this. And the end result is we got to come back to our laws, statutes, and commandments, because that's the one thing that they won't do, right?
Right.
So,
right. That's the damn thing they won't do. Is that's the one thing that they won't do. So that's how you know, like Captain Yatazak said, you got to put the truth and the lie in the same room. You know what I'm talking about? And then the truth is always gonna trump lie, but they got to be right here next to each other so the people can see, like, oh, is the truth. That's the truth right there. Y'all lying. You know what I mean? So people can discern for themselves. You dig? That's why if the white man is the father of lies, right? And then the Israelites, we're supposed to be righteous, right? That's why we're always butting heads. That's butting heads with the white man. We was butting heads with the white man in the womb. Right, and then Esau came out first, and then Jacob was holding his heel, like, man, ain't getting away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you in a fight.
Like, I'm not done with you yet.
Yeah, like, you in a fight, homeboy. You feel me? What you running? What you running for? Just like Jake do. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you running for? What you running for? Yeah, like that's just our spirit. That's just our spirit. So of course, opposites gonna butt heads. You know what I'm talking about? Like so one is sinful, and the other one is trying to be right. So it's always gonna contrast with each other. Now give me Psalms 55 and 21. All right?
Come.
Oh man.
Psalm 55, 21.
Right. I got something in my eye. All right. Man, this is one of them days for me, all right.
Yeah, that would be a hardcore shirt right there too. You just see a little black baby hand grabbing onto a white heel. That's all over everybody's head right there.
We'll put you in charge of the garment department. You always want to make shirts.
I'm just saying, yo, that'd be crazy right there. All right, I got the precept.
Right.
We're in Psalm chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Right. Come on, man. All lives matter, brother. All lives matter. And at the same time, he shoots you down in the street. Keep going. Huh?
But war was in his heart.
But what was in his heart?
War was in his heart.
Yeah. So at the same time as he talking about all lives matter, brother. Come on, brother. I love you, brother. If you love me, get down, kiss boots. Go ahead, Art.
Oh. His words were softer than oil.
His words were softer than oil, man. Oil was real slick, a real slick talker. Mm-hmm. Man, we run this country we run this country in war when really they broke over 500 treaties. Right? They said they looking for weapons of mass destruction, trying to keep peace on the earth and shit like that. But Slovakia. But for some reason, everywhere they go, they don't leave until they get enough natural resources or something. Right? They said they were going in there helping. They said they were going in there helping everybody that Saddam Hussein was terrorizing all of his people and stuff like that. But then it comes out later that they said that Saddam Hussein, that they had Christians, Muslims, and Jewish people living in Iraq peaceful. I said I don't believe it, but that's what they were saying. You know what I'm talking about? The
Mm.
people over there were saying that Saddam Hussein had Muslims, Christians, and Jewish people living there at peaceful. And I was like, wow, I didn't think it. Hey, but they said he had weapons of mass destruction. Of course, he had weapons of mass destruction. The white man sold it to him. The white man gave you the weapons of mass destruction because he has the receipt. Yeah, that's how you know he got weapons of mass destruction. But then they still didn't have weapons of mass destruction. They just needed something to start up war so they can get money. Keep going on.
So it says, yet were they drawn swords.
Right. So at the same time they tell you they love you, at the same time they tell you that we're all equal. At the same time they're telling you that we're all equal. You was a slave. That all men were created equal. You was a slave, black man, Hispanic man.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time as they was at the same time as they was setting you free from slavery, they were bringing in Jim Crow laws. Right. So at the same time they was as they was setting you free in America, they was trying to they was getting ways to keep you down and bring war upon you. Right.
Right.
That's what they do. At the same time as they was they were had Jim Crow laws out, and you was like, okay, they was like you can't be with us, you can't do nothing with us, you have to go over there. And you know what I mean, we went over there, did Black Wall Street, and their swords got drawn out. Why? Because people want to do business with Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and didn't want to do business with the white man no more. Because we do business better. We do business better. We treat you fairly or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the white man, he loans you money. He wants to kick up 10% interest and shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? So you borrowed $10. By the time you came back, you did pay back $100. Like you need it that much?
Man, Salaki, if I could, I just want to mention an example of that, right?
Go ahead, Art.
Back in the day, I used to always get my CDs from the flea market. You know, Eisenhower, the one we went to?
You know it.
And I would go get my Zero CDs, my trade CDs from a black-owned shop there at the flea market, right? But they were authentic CDs. Like the actual CDs was the right cover art. The CD itself had the cover art and everything on it.
Yeah.
And then what happened was eventually there was I think it was a white-owned CD shop that opened up somewhere else in the very same flea market, and they were selling bootleg CDs of all the same stuff, and they were trying to, they were trying to basically compete with the other ones, but they would try to either undercut them or have a higher price or something like that and try to make it look like a certain way. But it was bootleg. It wasn't even the actual one. So you weren't actually even supporting the artist that you were trying to buy a CD from. Like if you were trying to support somebody you listen to like Zero or what have you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and even back then I was like, something didn't seem right about that. So I kept going to the black shop and I was just like, I'm gonna just get my CDs from here because these got the pictures on them. I know these are legit. I ain't trying to buy no bootleg. You know what I mean? Like it was just in my spirit even back then. I was like, yeah, I could pay less money over here, but I felt like they lying about this. You know what I mean? So,
Right. Right.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Because what did he say? He's the liar and the father of it.
Right.
You know, so he's a liar and the father of it. That's why they get they do the white collar crimes. You feel me? And that's why when you do white collar crime, you don't get that many years in prison. But then for somebody
white collar, baby.
Look, I'm gonna tell you how they do it. I'm gonna tell you how they do it. With the white collar crimes, right? You don't get that many years in prison, so a whole bunch of white people do white collar crimes, right? But then that's why they call it white collar crimes, right? You dig what I'm saying? And then with drugs, right? White people bring in the drugs, get you to sell them, and then they put a war on drugs. That's how they do it. But then when it was us, we had the drug epidemic, right? We was on crack and all of, and it was a war on drugs. But then now all of their people is on heroin and fentanyl and stuff like that, right? Now it's Now it's a pandemic, or not a pandemic. Well, what's it called? Yeah, they say pandemic, right? It's a drug pandemic. You feel me? Why? Because they're the devil that the Bible speak about, and they don't really love you like they say. You know what I mean? All lives don't matter. You dig what I'm saying? All lives don't matter. All right?
That's right. That's the way, man. I'm telling you, that's how they feel.
I believe, trust me, we know. Give me Ezekiel 35 and start at 3.
Come.
We're gonna get some more of Esau's crimes and how he deals with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But then this one, and in this, they give you the Lord gives you a flip side to it too. On that, that's why He's going to destroy these people.
I got it right here.
Go ahead, Art.
Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir.
Where?
I am. It says, behold, O Mount Seir.
Right, Mount Seir. Right. Who lives in Mount Seir? Didn't we read earlier that and the Edomites dwell in Mount Seir?
Right.
So who is this? Who is this? Who is this addressed to?
Esau.
That's what
Edom.
you damn right. You damn right. The so-called man going on.
I am against thee.
He said what?
I am against thee.
The Lord is against you, Edomite. The Lord is against you. Keep going.
And I will stretch out mine hand against thee.
He's going to stretch out his hand against you. I thought God loved everybody. I thought God loved everybody, but God don't love Mount Seir, who dwells in Mount Seir. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
he said he's against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee. So he's against you. He's the opposite. Y'all are enemies. Go ahead.
And I will make thee most desolate.
He's gonna make you most what?
Most desolate.
He's gonna make them most desolate. He's gonna destroy them. They're gonna be wasted away. Nothing gonna be around. Keep going.
Verse 4. I will lay thy cities waste.
New York is gonna be what?
Waste.
LA is what?
Waste.
Chicago is gonna be what?
Waste.
Houston is gonna be what?
Waste.
San Antonio is gonna be what?
Waste.
He's gonna lay waste to their cities. London, Paris, Moscow. What's in Germany? I don't know what's in Germany. Rome, Berlin. What's in Spain? They're gonna be wasted. He's gonna lay waste to them. He's gonna lay waste to these cities. Keep going.
And thou shalt be desolate.
And you're gonna be desolate. You're gonna be wasted away. You're gonna be nothing. Keep going.
And thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh.
You're gonna know what?
That I am the Lord Yahweh.
You're gonna know that He is Lord. You're gonna know He is the power of the earth. You're gonna know He is He is the man in charge. He is the one He is the one that you should fear. That's what you're gonna know. Keep going.
Verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Because what?
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. You had an everlasting hatred. Keep going, Art.
And hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
Read that over.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Because you hated
shed the blood.
Because you have had a perpetual hatred. You've hated Israelites for nothing. Forever, though. You've always hated Israelites. You're mad that the Lord didn't choose you, but you gave away your birthright for that lentil stew. You're mad, but you didn't care about it. Right? You've always hated Israelites. Since the beginning of time. That's why we fought in the womb. Keep going, all right?
Right. Kind of says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
They did what?
Shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Because you shed the blood of the children of Israel. You killed blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Back in the day, back in the time, you do it now. You do it now. You put our woman against us. You do it now. You put our kids against us. You do it now. Keep going, Art.
By the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
Wait, go back by the force.
It says, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
But by the force of the sword, right? By the force of the sword. What's a modern day sword?
The gun.
Man, by the force of the sword or the gun. You shoot us down in the streets like we're nothing. Old and young. And it said in the time of their calamity, in the time of their trouble, in the time of their tribulation, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, man, you took advantage of us. Because the Lord took his name and his presence away from us, right? You took advantage of that. And he was like, yeah, now exact my revenge. Now but that's what you do. You take advantage of weak beings, but you took advantage of the wrong people. We now weak, Art. You know what I mean? We're not a weak people.
Right.
All we have to do is come back to our power. All we have to do is come back and do what the Lord says. Come back and learn these laws, statutes, and commandments. And the Most High is going to fight our battle for us. But all we have to do is separate from you, from the murderer, from the liar, from the killer, from the sinner, from the man of sin.
That's right.
Keep going, Art.
So it says, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Right. In the time of our sins. Keep going, Art.
It says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Right.
I will prepare thee unto blood.
As long as the Lord lives, and he's been living forever, he's going to prepare you unto blood. So-called white man. He's going to prepare you unto blood. Keep going.
Okay. It says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood. Blood shall pursue thee.
And blood shall do what?
Shall pursue thee.
Your blood is going to pursue you. You keep going. Keep reading, Art.
Since thou hast not hated blood,
right?
Even blood shall pursue thee.
Right. Since you want to be a murderer, since you want to be a killer, killer's gonna pursue you. We're gonna be looking for you, or we're gonna be looking for you, heathen. We're gonna be looking for you, devil. Since you didn't like shed, since you like to shed the blood of children of Israel, how do you like getting your blood shed? That's what the Lord is telling you. Keep going.
Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate.
He's gonna make Mount Seir most desolate. Right? Keep going.
And cut off from it him that passeth out and him that returneth.
Right. He's gonna cut off him that pass out and him that, right? Keep going.
And I will fill his mountains with his slain men.
He's gonna do what?
And I will fill his mountains with his slain men.
Right. The cliff of the rocks.
And thy hills.
Keep going, Art. Keep going. My bad. I'm
all good. I'm trying to get the timing right so I can.
Go ahead.
In
you
thy
all right?
hills and in thy valleys.
Right.
And in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword.
Right. So he's gonna be doing a lot of killing. When the Most High sends Christ back, Christ is gonna do a lot of killing. It's not a game. It's not. Nobody's joking. Man, it's Jeremiah 16:16. Yeah, give me Jeremiah 16:16.
So we got Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 6. Behold,
because it was saying in Ezekiel 35 how we're gonna pursue thee, right? Keep going. Now go ahead.
Jeremiah 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord.
Right, he's gonna send for many fishers, right? That's what we was doing in the that's what we're doing now. We're out here fishing. We're trying to find the Lord's chosen, right? We're fishing.
Right.
Keep going.
And they shall fish them.
We're gonna fish the Lord's people. We're gonna bring as many people as we can into this, right? They don't have to die along with the white man. Keep going.
And after will I send for many hunters.
He's gonna do what?
And after will I send for many hunters.
So after the time of fishing, the fishing time is over with, he's gonna send for hunters, right? Keep going.
Mm-hmm. And they shall hunt them from every mountain.
Right, from every what?
From every mountain.
Remember that the last verse said we're going to pursue thee, and there's going to be a lot of slain in the mountains.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Go ahead.
And from every hill.
Remember they were talking about the hills and the valleys. There's going to be with swords.
Right.
Keep going, Art.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Go ahead. Keep going.
And out of the holes of the rocks.
And out of the side of the mountains. They're going to be hiding, and we're going to go hunt. The Lord is going to give us a chance to go hunt and bring them back. Right? Go ahead, Art. You got something to say? You got a question?
Yeah, I was just saying, what's funny is in the Christian church, you got a lot of pastors that, they probably had to read this at some point, and they think to themselves, I don't know what the heck this is talking about. Meanwhile, it's actually talking directly to a lot of them that actually have ever read that. That's the ironic thing, and that's the beauty of what the Most High has done with this planet and bringing this narrative full circle. So now we're at the point where, like the precept that you're going to bring out at the end about Esau being the end of the world, like, he tried to use this book against us and try to turn it into his book, and now it's backfiring because he never understood the book to begin with. It was never.
Damn right, Art. Damn right. He never, because it's not for him to understand. It's not his book. If he want to understand something, tell him to go understand. I don't know what the hell white people read. Dr. Seuss. You don't go understand that.
Chicken noodle soup for the soul or whatever.
Yeah, you feel me? You feel me? Go read that the books about
Think
bullies.
or Grow Rich.
You know what I mean? Go read the book about bullies or something. I don't know, but don't Little Bo Peep. But don't the Bible's not for them, huh? Give me Ezekiel 25:12.
Okay.
I mean, because the Bible's full of precepts about Esau and his times and how the Lord's going to destroy him about it. I'm trying to say
Ezekiel chapter 25. Which verse?
Verse 12.
Verse 12. Okay, Ezekiel chapter 25 and verse 12. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because the Edom has dwelt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance.
They did what?
Because that Edom has dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance.
Right, that's what they do. They, you know, talking about they dealt with us by taking vengeance. Keep going.
And have greatly offended.
They offended us. They offended the Most High. They offended Christ. They offended the angel. They offended them. Go ahead.
And revenged himself upon them.
Right, they're mad at the Most High, but then they take their vengeance out on us. You know what I mean? They mad at the Most High, right. and they kill us. Go ahead, Art.
Mm-hmm. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom.
Man, remember that verse that earlier that said that he's gonna stretch out his
Yeah,
hand.
Con.
Precept, Mark.
That's it.
Go ahead.
And will cut off man and beast from it.
He's gonna cut
I
off.
will make it desolate from Teman.
Right, he gonna make it desolate from Teman. Teman is like the smart ones, the scientists, the ones that created the nuclear bomb. Because they're really like the Germans. Those are the ones that created the nuclear bombs. Those are the ones that created all the scientists and in those labs over there with Hitler, right?
So if I could, so like, and just going even further back, would you say that, in a large sense, that talking about the Roman Empire, the Greeks and the Athenians were typically their philosophers, their mind, what do you call it, their collective scientific mind, right?
You said who?
And then the Romans need their
you said who was
their fifth. Was it the Greeks and the Athenians?
Athenians are Greeks. Athens.
Okay, it's a lot, but I know that was like their society that was more philosophical and more, what do you call it, pseudo cognitive and that sort of thing.
Yeah, more gay.
They are teaming right there.
Yeah, more gay. You know, they had boys, man. That's what Hephaestion was to Alexander. He was his lover.
Right. The Romans was they was no better. The Romans was gay too. You seen that show Domino? Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, bro. That.
Hey man, I know it. But look, you ever seen that movie Alexander?
I'm pretty sure I have, yeah.
Well, there's a part on there where Alexander was getting married to the Elamite chick, right? And they was at the wedding or whatever, and then Hephaestion kept walking by and giving Alexander the googly eyes. They called him fight, but like history, they called Hephaestion his a general or in his captain, like a sword bearer of his. Right, but really he was having sex with Hephaestion, man. Hephaestion was giving that man rings and stuff. You remember that part where where Alexander had got the ring from Hephaestion, and he was trying to have sex with the Elamite chick, and he had to pull, and she put the ring off, like, who gave you this? And he was like Hephaestion, and she threw it across the room, and you know what I'm talking about? Because she was jealous. Because she was jealous. He used to spend all this time with Hephaestion. Real talk. That's like Achilles and Patroclus.
That's gross, man.
That's like Achilles and Patroclus, man. They called them cousins, but they wasn't really cousins. Patroclus was Achilles' sex boy. I don't know what they call it. I got a book about that somewhere. I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna bring that out. I got a book about that somewhere, about how they used to have mentors or something. They called them mentors and stuff like that. So when the boy turns like age 12, they'll go find a mentor that's a grown man, and they'll mentor them on how to be a man, but really they'll be having sex with them.
I don't understand. I will never understand.
That's because you an Israelite.
How? I'm just saying, like, I couldn't even fathom the idea of being that way. When you see how, the Most High made women to be so, like, amazingly gorgeous and beautiful, how you gonna be gay? Like, how you gonna be like, nah, I don't want that. I'm gonna go after another gross ass, disgusting ass nigga? Like, that shit's gross, man. How the hell did they do that? I don't even want to fathom that.
Because they created.
Most High made women to be completely attractive. Why the hell are you gonna turn that away and go after some? All
right, because they created.
I don't even want to say it, man.
Because they created monogamy. Slack. Because they created monogamy. There it is.
It's gross, man.
It is. It's very gross, but hey, that's why they're going to be destroyed, and none of that shit's coming into the kingdom. None of that shit's going into the kingdom of Christ. You know, I'm talking about the water Yahushai, man, the water Yahweh Yahushai You know what I mean? Because none of that shit's coming into the and like that's just what it is, man. Like it's like a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean?
It is. It's very relieving.
To watch TV and not have two men kissing on every show.
Right.
Like,
ain't gonna be no Netflix in the kingdom. I'm telling you that.
Oh, man, of course it is. It's gonna be Kabar flicks. Yeah,
Straight flicks.
Yeah, it's gonna be conflicts. You feel me? Like it's gonna be like Kabar Tendo. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me?
Nah, you know what? That is gonna have to be called law flick because it's gotta be lawful to even the flick. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, everything we do is lawful. Everything I do is lawful. Right? It's gonna be Kabar box. You feel me? You feel me? Kabar Station 4. You know what I'm talking about?
Yo, them Japanese, hey, they could keep doing what they're doing. We'll make sure that they do that for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me that. I don't know.
I dig it. Just make sure.
PlayStation no more. Whatever it is, it's gonna be fine. I already know.
It's gonna be Kabar Station. I'm trying to tell you, all right? Kabar Station. You feel me? Like,
oh man, that's crazy.
Word.
Right.
Yeah, you feel me? Where we at on that? Keep going, all right. I think
all time. We was on verse 12. It says
we was on verse
chapter 25, verse 12.
We was on verse 13, all right.
Oh no, we was definitely a little bit past it. We were on the part where we were talking about teaming, right?
Yeah, and I will make it teaming from teaming.
From teaming, and they of is it beating?
Yeah, the Don.
The Don shall fall by the sword.
They shall do what?
Shall fall by the sword.
All right.
Verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
He's gonna do what?
And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
Boy, this is not the same Bible that the Christian church be reading, huh?
Like, isn't that the verse that Samuel Jackson tried to quote in Pulp Fiction?
You know what? I've never seen fiction all the way through. I always fall asleep on it.
Because he quoted a fake verse, but it wasn't actually a verse, but he's taking some parts from his view, I think.
I will lay my
vengeance upon but that kind of reminded me of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, because he said, and I will lay my vengeance upon you or something like that. Well, he's talking about Edom right here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I will definitely get counsel from the men above me, and I'll see if I can, because I've never seen it, so I don't know what I've never seen it all the way through. I always fall asleep or something.
I don't think I've ever seen it either. I just remember that scene. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't. Like Quentin Tarantino, he write movies, but whatever.
It's goofy like that. I like it.
It's very goofy. It's weird. But whatever. Go ahead, Art.
Concert. And verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
That means he's going to take vengeance on Edom by powering up, by making Israelites stronger in the earth. You feel me? Keep going.
Mm-hmm. It says, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger.
They should do what?
They shall do in Edom according to mine anger.
Keep going.
And according to my fury.
Right. So the Lord wants you to have anger and fury to however he feels, that's how he wants you to feel. Keep going.
And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh.
They should know what?
And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh.
So you're going to know the Lord's vengeance. They're going to know the Lord's vengeance. Why? Because the Lord is going to unleash all the anger. Right? He's going to unleash it. He's going to be like, go ahead. Go. For the fishermen that was fishing, go hunt. Sweet. Keep going. Oh, that's the end of that, right? Yeah.
I swear, I swear, I think that's the verse he was trying to refer to, but he was paraphrasing in the movie because he like the words were switched around, but he uses the word venger and fury and says they shall know, blah blah blah. That's what I'm saying. Like I think that's the one he was trying to quote, but he didn't say Edom or nothing like that. But it's kind of subliminal when he was saying that because he was pointing his gun at an Edomite. You know what I'm saying? Like in the movie.
I told you I don't know.
I'm just saying, dog. I'm have to now. Now I'm curious, but I know it's off.
I'm gonna counsel talk to the men above me so I can get the real deal about it because I really don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
All right, we're done with that. Give me Romans 9 and 13.
Sounds good.
Oh man.
Which book was it again? 9:13.
Yeah, Romans 9 and 13.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Wait. Read that again, because it just said somebody he hates somebody. So what about John 3:16, everybody?
Right.
John 3:16, God so loved the world. Right? The world. You know how the Christian pastors do it. But right here it just said that he hated Esau. And who's Esau? The so-called white man. Keep going. All right.
Okay, verse 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh?
He said, so what should we say then? Is God unrighteous because he loves somebody and hates somebody? Is God unrighteous? Keep going.
God forbid.
God forbid. He said, hell no, God ain't unrighteous because he chose a people and he chose a people to hate. Right? No. Why? Like the Most High loves who he loves and hates who he hates. Keep going.
For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
Right, because he told Moses, I'm going to have mercy on whom I'm going to have mercy. Keep going, all right.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Right, so he's going to have mercy on who he's going to have mercy on, and he's going to have compassion on who he's going to have compassion on. It's not for us to decide who and why. That's the Most High's choice. The Most High makes the choice, just like he killeth and he maketh alive. We don't get the choice to kill or make alive, but the Most High does. The Most High does it all the time. Right? Keep going.
Verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth.
Wait. Start at 16 again. You're reading that too fast, Doc. When it has a comma, you got to pause.
Romans chapter 9, verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth.
It's not him that willeth. It's not him that talk like they love the Lord or act like they love the Lord. You feel me? Because that's like the Christian church do. It's him that it's the will, like they're doing something like they're choosing it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the so-called Muslims do. Like they're choosing it. They get to choose the time, the battle, the whatever is going to happen. Go ahead.
Nor of him that runneth.
And it's not him the one that do the work of the Lord. You know what I'm talking about? It's not of him that talk like he loved the Lord or talk like he want to do the work of the Lord, and it's not the one that does the work of the Lord or actually goes out here in the streets and teach and do. Keep going, Doc.
But of Yahweh that showeth mercy.
But it's of the Lord that chooses. The Lord chose it. The Lord chose these brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K to be here and to teach these classes and to go out on the streets. The Lord chose that. That it is not of men that we've changed our lives and that now we're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. We're showing perfect brotherhood, excellent brotherhood. We're trying to raise up cities and feed people and do work in the Hispanic and Native American community. That's not our choice. The Lord chose that. The Lord chose us for that job. We didn't. You know what I mean? The Lord chose us. The Lord woke us up. Just like if you don't want to do what the Lord says, the Lord bump you out the way, and He will raise up another brother somewhere to do your job.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. If you don't want to do the Lord's work, the Lord don't need you. You need the Lord. So the Lord will bump you out the way and raise up another. You know what I mean? So if you don't want to go out and do the work, you don't want to do anything, you want, you don't want to go to class, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that. The Lord is just going to move you out the way and raise up this brother, a brother that wants to serve the Lord. Don't want to do it, somebody else is going to do it. It's that simple. Go ahead, Locke.
Okay. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh,
right,
even for the same purpose have I raised thee up.
Right. He said even for the same purpose that he raised you, that he raised you up, because he told Pharaoh, he raised Pharaoh up, right? Keep going.
Mm-hmm. Even for this purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee.
Salakia. So he raised Pharaoh up for a purpose, and he raised the white man up for a purpose. He raised Esau up for a purpose. Right? Now, give me that last part again.
It says that even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee.
Yeah, that he might show his power in show his power in you, because nobody can defeat this white man. Nobody can defeat America. America is the strongest thing. The empire, like Commander General Yohanan says all the time, the biggest thing on this planet is that we going around over all over the world, dictating what other countries do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Setting up government, people's countries. You know what I'm talking about? Trying to put democracy everywhere and stuff like that, and right. And on the flip side, Russia trying to go put communism everywhere and all that, right? So the same reason why he raised Pharaoh up is he raised the white man up to destroy, to show the power that the Lord has. That's why he raised this devil up, not because the devil is so strong. No. He raised the devil up to destroy him. Matter of fact, I think there's a verse that's coming after that that's talking about he was. With me 1 second. Start that verse over from the beginning, Art.
We're in verse Romans chapter 9, verse 17. For the scripture says unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. If I could, sir, I just want to expound on that while you're looking for that verse.
Go ahead, Art.
So you look at Esau, who we now know as a Caucasian race, who was originally placed in Mount Seir, and the scriptures we just went over it throughout this class. If you didn't see, if you're just now tuning in, definitely go back and listen to the full class so you can get the full understanding and take notes of what is read in the scripture. Because we read that Esau is the progenitor of the kingdom of Edom, and that Edom, in the scriptures that we just read in Romans, said that the Most High does not like Edom. He says that he actually hated Edom.
He said he's against Edom.
He's against Edom, right? The way out right here, he said that for this reason, why Edom is so powerful in the earth right now. It says, even for this reason have I raised thee up, that I may show my power in thee, and my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Most High is the ultimate tactician, and the narrative that he has right now, just like in any movie that you go to rush to the theater to see, there's a bad guy, and the bad guy has to be powerful, and otherwise the movie's kind of boring, right? The Most High is going to put together a narrative to have such an evil villain in this planet that we're living on right now, that this villain has gotten to the point where he has broken every treaty that he's made with us. We read about scalping the Native American Indians, Trail of Tears, the concentration camps that he's put us in, concentration camps that he has the Mexican kids in right now at the border. All of these things, these atrocities that he's committed to the nation of Israel, the Most High knew that he was going to do this before he ever even did it. And now here we are at this point in time in history, but we're seeing him at his full strength because the Most High wants to show his power in the earth by destroying this wickedness, by destroying Edom and his kingdom from the face of the earth forever. And that we have to understand and not take personal to the point where, oh, we're used to seeing him all around. Coming to this truth, you'll understand what his purpose is, and we'll understand what our purpose is in all of this. So like, that's just what I want to add to it.
Damn right, and I found it. All right.
What's wrong?
Okay. Start it again one more time.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up,
right?
That I might show my power in thee.
That he might
and
do
that
what?
My name might be like it. What's up?
That he might do what? Keep going.
That I might show my power in thee.
That he might show his power in thee. Right? So he's gonna show the power that he has by destroying, by raising up and destroying the white man. Go ahead.
So it says, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Because after this, ain't nobody gonna be able to be like, oh man, they're all gonna know that the Lord is the power. They all gonna, everybody's gonna know that. They knew it back then, right? When he destroyed Egypt, they knew it back then because everybody around the world at that time heard about the terrible things that happened in Egypt because of the Israelites, for the Israelites. This time you're gonna know it. You're gonna be like, oh, okay. Now back then they didn't have no news, they didn't have no cameras and stuff like that. Now we got cameras, we got news and
right.
You know what I mean? You can broadcast stuff on live. You're gonna see it nowadays.
Right.
You're gonna see it. You're gonna see you looking at the destruction of this devil. Keep going, Art.
It says that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Verse 18. Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy.
Right. So you're gonna have mercy on who you have mercy on.
Right.
Keep going.
It says, and whom he will, he hardeneth.
Right. So who he hardened, like he hardened Pharaoh's heart, right? He's gonna do that. Yep. He's gonna do that for some people. Some people are gonna try, some of them are gonna try to fight against the Most High and Christ, the angels. Keep going.
So it says, and whom he will, he hardeneth. Will, so I get verse 19. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault?
Right. Keep going.
For who hath resisted his will?
Right. So who has resisted his will? Keep going, all right.
Verse 20. Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against God?
Right. Who gonna when God strike reply against him? Who gonna say something back like you know what I'm talking about? Oh yeah, it's me. What you want to do? And who gonna do that? Who gonna do that to the Most High?
Like it, sir.
Keep going. I gotta get this out.
Sorry. Yeah, I got you. I'm just trying not to forget what I was gonna say.
Just hold it. Just hold that point.
It says, nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against Yahweh?
Right.
Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
Right. So is he gonna go? So I know you made me, Lord, but why are you gonna destroy me? You know, keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Verse 21. Have not the potter power over the clay?
It's basically saying, quit asking me questions. You know, you feel me?
Right.
You feel me? Does the potter have power over the clay? Right? Keep going.
Mm-hmm. Of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor.
Keep going.
And another unto dishonor.
Man, he got 2 lumps of clay, just clumps. Right? He made one to honor and then one to dishonor. He made one to show his power in rulership, right? And rule, and made one to show his power in destruction.
Like if I could, like in a literal sense, when a potter is mixing some clay together, he's using it to make stuff. Right? Yeah. What's the honorable thing to turn? What's the honorable vessel you could turn clay to? Some nice plateware, right? Something that's going to be presented nicely at a table for people to eat at. What's a dishonorable vessel? Probably the dishonorable vessel is like a toilet, something that people put their waste in. That's a dishonorable vessel. And the Most High is talking mad smack right now to Esau, saying, "What you gonna do? You gonna be mad at me for making you the way that I felt like making you? I make these vessels for honor. I make these vessels for dishonor. These are gonna be for the fine china, or like not china, but you know what I'm saying, like the silverware, the plates, and the stuff that you would use clay for. And then I could make you into a toilet bowl. I don't. Right. What I do with you is not your business.
What I do with you is what I do with you. Stop. It's,
you know what I'm saying?
It's just like your daddy be like, man, quit asking me questions, just go do it. Yeah, dude.
Right. Like the Most High is really good at saying a really sharp thing that could go over some people's heads, but those that catch on to it see just how sharp he is at cutting somebody for thinking a certain way. You know what I mean?
Because he's a master tacticianist, man. You talking about assist. I don't know if that's a word, but you know what I mean? He's the like and keep going. I keep going though.
Con. It says, shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
Right.
What if God, willing to show the wrath,
to
make his power known?
Wait. It says, what if God, willing to show his wrath, willing to show the wrath? Because, you know, everybody talking about God is love. God is also a terrible power, man. God is also the same. This is the same power that destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, man. 5 cities, man. Turned Lot's wife into a pillar of salt because she turned around. Mm-hmm. Killed the whole world except for 8 people. This is the same. This is the same. This is the same. This is the same God, man. Remember that. Keep going, Art.
What if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
Right. Well, so there's a wrath that's fitted for. I mean, there's a vessels fitted for destruction. There's somebody that's fitted for destruction. They just fit perfect mold to be destroyed. Right. And the Most High wanted that way. Keep going.
Verse 23.
Esau
that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy.
Right. Wait. Hold on. So Esau, he got to be destroyed because the Lord wanted it that way. And Esau is great at being the devil. He's great at being the devil. We're the only ones that's not good at what we're supposed to be doing, which is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. We're the only ones that's not good at serving the Lord. We're the only ones that don't want to do what he says, right? Because he tells the so-called white man Esau to be the devil, and they don't go do that. They go murder, they go kill, they go destroy things, and you know what I mean. They go do what they're supposed to do, right? Mm-hmm. And then he tells us to keep the covenants, and we don't do that. Right, but he made them to go to be destroyed. He's just waiting on you to get yourself right so he can give me verse 23.
Verse 23. And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy.
Man, so he can do that. So he can make riches of his glory to the vessels of mercy, the ones he showed mercy to give the law, statutes, and commandments back to. The one who gave his heritage back. He gave you his heritage back. Israel, Yasha means prince of the power. He's making you prince of the power or princesses of the power. He's giving you that.
Mm-hmm.
He took it away from you and gave it back to you. That's how powerful the Most High is. Keep going.
Even us, whom he has called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles.
We already cleared that Gentile thing, right? Because the Gentiles that they were talking about are talking about the ones that went off, the Israelites that went off and started following heathen customs, right? So he was telling them, not only you Jews that are here that know you're Jews, what about the ones that don't know that they're Israelites? Not you Israelites that know you Israelites, but what about the ones that don't know they're Israelites? You know what I mean? We all, just because Christ died, we all have a chance to come back now. We all have a chance to get that kingdom. We all have a chance to learn our heritage again. Because Most High took that away and he gave it back. And he raised up men to do the work to teach brothers and sisters about their heritage and about the Most High and how to serve him correctly. All right. And that's all I want on that. You got that point still, Art?
What verse were we reading before where I brought that up?
I don't remember, Art. It's your point.
You talking about a while back. Good night.
You know what I mean?
If I remember, I'll let you know.
Right. Who else has a king that has given their life for them?
Right.
Who else has a king that has given their life for you? For like nobody else on this planet has a king that's going to give their life for them. Like you think Joe Biden's going? You think Joe Biden's going to die for all Edomites, for all white people?
No.
You think that's going to happen? Like, oh no, I'm going to die for them. Give them a second chance. No. But Christ did that. Christ died for his people, man. For you to get for us to get a second chance, man. That is like I was just thinking about that last verse. You know, I'm talking about not Jews, but to the Gentiles also like you know what I mean. Even the ones that went off and was worshiping idols and following heathen customs, he was like, get them. You know what I mean? Like showing excellent, perfect brotherhood. Like he even died for him too. Like you do what I'm saying? Like he was like, go get them, man. Like you feel me? What you don't love your brother? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And like learning that. You know what I'm talking about? Like learning who your brothers are and learning who to give compassion to, man, and who not to give compassion to is something special, man. It's something special. Now you can look at a brother and actually give him something that nobody has ever given a black man or a black woman, and that is compassion, man. That is love. Go ahead, Art.
I remember what my point was when we talked about when we was talking about
brotherhood, and you talking about just point. Well, go ahead, Art.
it goes with it. It says, therefore have he mercy on whom he will have, and whom he will be hardeneth, right?
Right.
So people that don't accept brotherhood, that don't accept the coming together of our people, even within our own people, the Most High hardens them to be that way. But more importantly, the Most High hardens those that are of the other nations to be the way that they are. So it should not be of any surprise to us when we see white people honking at another white man for trying to stand up for our people, or honking at us for doing anything that we normally do on a day-to-day basis, because their hatred for us that's the Most High that does that. He hardens them against us so that they can be in their full pride and full power and their quote unquote prestige that they carry themselves about in this place, so that he can shut them down with his wrath that he talked about, right? And
right.
that is beautiful. I can't wait to see the look on their face when the Most High turns it all on their head.
You want to know something?
That was my point. Look.
You want to know something?
Mm-hmm.
The Most High is also showing mercy when we get our boots kissed.
Right. Yeah.
He's also showing mercy. They're kissing our boots because the Most High is making them kiss their boots. He's like, maybe I won't destroy that one. Maybe he'll just be a slave in the kingdom. Maybe he'll just work for y'all. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
and that's all the I think about that clip in Austin when y'all was out there doing those massive protests, and how you had sisters that had the audacity to say, "Oh, what they're doing is wrong." But if they had just got through reading the articles that we just read about how they used to put hits on us, to kill our children, to kill the men off, to put us in concentration camps, to put us in places where we had not enough food to survive.
Yeah.
This is the children of those people. And for them to want to sit down and humble themselves and kiss our boots, that should be something that they see as an amazing thing to see, rather than for them to come against when we're getting our boots kissed. You know what I'm saying? And that's a very spiritual thing that happened. And I mean, we see it so often in Texas, it's almost like everyday life. But that's a very heavy thing, because look at how the prophecies is unfolding and how everything is led up to this point, where the world is turning upside down from this wickedness that it used to be ruled by. And now we're starting to shift our way to the top in the middle of it.
The signs of the time. And then that's why people gravitate to the I.S.U.P.K, because when we break it down, right, and we get to start giving the scriptures about what's going on in the world and things like that, they see the truth in it. But then they go to the Christian church, and the Christian church is like, oh, God loves everybody, and this, that, and they see the lies, the bullshit. You feel me? Because they still talking about, because everything going on in the world, the Christian church is still talking about love everybody and give your money and just hope and pray, and it's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? They're still with the same bullshit. They ain't got no answers for you. They can't tell you nothing. You ask about Caesar Borgia, they don't know nothing about it. The Bible don't even tell you what Christ looked like. Like, they real bullshit. The Revelations is the revealing of Jesus Christ. It's the revealing, you know what I'm talking about, of Yahushua. You know what I'm talking about? Why does it have to be revealed? Because it's hidden. Like, you do what I'm saying? Like, all you have to do is read the first. All you have to do is read the first verse, bro. Like the first like 10 words in the first verse, like, and you'll understand it. But they don't understand it because they're under witchcraft, man. Christianity is witchcraft, dog.
That's crazy.
Christianity is worse than crack, man. And
that's why our mission is so important, you know.
Right. And you said about those sisters that was there, like we was wrong for getting our boots kissed. They're not gonna understand, because they're gonna go back to, well, God loves everybody, and you know what I mean, and then you're gonna tell them pull the verse, and they can't pull the verse because they don't know where it is, because it's not in the Bible. You feel me? But they're gonna stick with that. The world, even when you break down John 3:16 and show them about the world of Israel and you know what I mean, and break it down to them, they're still not gonna understand because they're under witchcraft. They're under witchcraft.
Well, it's up to us to bring them out of that, right?
It is up to us to bring them out of that. Give me. You still in Romans 9?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Give me verse 9. I think it's verse 9. Where it says all of Israel is not of Israel.
Well, I don't think it was 9, because it says, for this is the word of promise.
It's not 9 and 9?
Oh, no, that's verse 6. You're talking about verse 6.
It's verse 6? Okay.
Yeah.
Read that out.
It says, not as though the word of God have taken an effect,
Right,
because they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
right. You dig what I'm saying? So just because they're Israelites
Yeah,
don't mean
okay.
they understand the doctrine of Israel, or that how the Most High feels. Just because we know that they're Israelites, don't mean that they want to be Israelites. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some people are just happy being black. Some people just happy being
Black,
black.
yeah, and it kind of goes. You know what's crazy? You pull that scripture up because if you were to read one more verse after what you just read, where it says, verse 24 says, "Even us, whom he has called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles." That's still talking about Israelites.
Yeah, I know.
But those are the Israelites that are willing to be changed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those are the Israelites that are willing to change. Those are the ones that are of Israel. But when it's talking about those that are of Israel that are not Israel, those are those Gentiles, Israelites that are Jakes that decide to stay asleep, that decide to not change to their original culture. You know what I'm saying? Like even back then.
Yeah. I feel you are. But when it's talking about the Gentiles, remember we were calling them Gentiles. You know what I mean? The ones that
Right.
it's like us that's talking to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and we're telling them, oh, you ain't nothing but a Black, Hispanic, and Native American.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that and Christ coming and cutting us like not only the Jews, but the ones you call Gentiles. You know what I mean? The ones you calling them Gentiles. Like you, but them also. The Christ came for them too. You know what I mean? Like that. It's really a cut.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It is a cut.
You know what I mean?
Like,
Like it's really a cut. You
man, I
know
didn't
what I mean?
realize it was 10. It's
It
10
is. Wow. Because we get into. I told you I had a. I still.
No, hey, that's fire. Hey, that's what it's all about. When you really start feeling that and going into it, you lose track of time easily. You know what I'm saying?
I still got like 7 scriptures. But we can go ahead and end it though. We can go ahead and end it. We can go ahead and
That's
end
up
it,
to
man.
you. I'm just saying. If we can continue,
I'm gonna let the people sleep. I will let the people
or maybe
sleep.
tomorrow we can pick up on it.
You said tomorrow? We can't pick up on it tomorrow, man. We got scripture breakdown class. I talk to Officer Dawid. I see what he says.
Okay. Now I was just saying, man, I wish I didn't have to quarantine this whole damn time. I want to go out. Are you gonna make it to the Houston camp or what?
You know it. Hold on. Let's end class real quick. We can talk about it.
All right.
And with that, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabarakatam, Yahweh Shemar Latan by Shem Yahweh Sai. With I.S.U.P.K. start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hunter. We've been teaching the truth of the Bible since 1969, that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites that the Bible speak of. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. And if you have a head, you do not have a body, man. You know what I'm talking about? Like and share the class. Subscribe to the I.S.U.P.K. San Antonio Facebook, and make sure you push the bell so you can get live updates on when we're going live and teaching class. All right, with that, shalom.
Shalom. Let me know when you have it closed out.